Hello everyone, this is Denise's Dennis D Nice, aka Denny in Virginia, aka the Doy's professional unprofessional voice actor. And this is Learning Stuff with Denise. Yeah. On today's episode, I wanted to talk about social media anxiety and posting on social media and what it's like just posting life or just showing your face on social media so that you are just free to be attacked by the public or loved by the public. I don't know, depends on who you are and what you do. But yeah, I just wanted to touch up on this very briefly. I'll probably do a deeper dive as I have years under my belt. Right now, I only have about a year and a half, going on 2 years of social media experience, but I've actually only been functioning as Denise for a couple months now, so I don't have too much experience being just me on social media. So these are types of things that I came across as I was functioning as Denny in Virginia on social media, and from the beginning to now. So when you first start, you're gonna hate your voice. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna hate the way you sound. You're gonna hate it, and you're gonna be like, "That's not me. There's no way. There's no way that's me. That's not me. It's not. It might be you, but it's not me." And I'm sad to say it's you. That's your voice. That's what you really sound like. Yeah, buddy. That's all you. And you're just gonna have to get over it. Even today, I still don't enjoy my voice. I don't like my voice. It's a bit too deep, a bit too manly for me. It's not manly, but it's a bit too manly for me. It's not, super feminine, super cute and stuff like that. It's a bit weird, to be honest, but that's just something that just takes time to ignore and just have it not impact you negatively, and you're just like neutral about it. But me personally, I haven't grown to the state of loving my voice, so that might never happen, but I'm definitely over hating it, and so that is progress, and that's what we're looking for. Another thing that you will be made super aware of is the sound that your mouth makes as you speak. So you're going to be super aware of when you are swallowing your spit, because you do that in real life. You're going to be super aware of every and ah that you make as you are speaking in real life, because you do that. You're going to be super aware of your breathing, because you need to breathe. And some of us are out of shape, and so our breathing is just extra loud all the time. That is one thing I am working on personally, is that breathing. I have got to start walking a lot more to work on that, so that I am in shape enough to control my breathing, because I've been hating listening to the playback, and all I hear every 2 seconds is and heaven forbid I am walking and talking at the same time. That is the one thing that grinds my gears. I'm totally cool with my voice now. I've come to peace with it. I don't love it, but I'm just like, that's just me. But breathing and talking at the same time, I hate the, hey guys, and then I'm here walking to the park, and then blah, blah, blah. I hate the sound that I make when I have to take in deep breaths, or just shallow breaths, or just breathe in general as I'm trying to make a video and I'm trying to speak to you. So that gets my attention when I listen to the playback, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. But that's just something that I have to work on. I have to get more healthy in general. I have to walk a lot more, so I have to regulate my breath a lot more. And it's like, I used to play the flute, so I used to be really good at breath regulation, because we would waste half of our breath playing the flute, but you still got to get, at least that 16 count in. But I haven't played it since high school, so I am out of breath all the time, and I got really out of shape, and so I'm working on walking a lot more so that I can get back into shape, and to be able to control my breath more, so that my breathing isn't just always like huge, like gigantic, just noticeable, like but it's like I literally just walked up 3 steps. So why am I breathing like that? So that's a whole thing. And I haven't even gotten into like I said, swallowing your spit. That's a noise that happens. This noise right here, that noise, I was so unaware of how much I did that every time I opened my mouth, until I started listening to the playbacks of me talking. And I'm someone who actively abhors lip smacking. I hate it. I've hated it growing up because my brother would do it when he ate. I hated it so much. And now I'm the smacker. And I can't help it, because you gotta Every time you gotta, that noise, man, I hate it. It's just opening your mouth. And then you just mentally have to be like, it's okay. Everybody does it. You're just hyper focused on yourself doing it because like you're just super aware of yourself. That's another thing. You might not like how you look, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, I feel like I look a lot better in a mirror than I do on camera, than I do in the videos. And I can tell when they be automatically putting filters on me because I'm like, my face don't look that good. My face don't look that good, okay? It's like bumpy as mess, okay? It's bumpy. Look at that. Sometimes I can tell. That's why I stopped my TikTok. I closed that out and I deleted it because I was like, they putting filters on me and I did not give them permission to do that because my face got bumps and the people need to see them. They need to see all the bumps. So why am I gonna, I don't want to falsely represent myself, okay? I'm not putting filters on myself. They're forcing me to do that. And so even this camera might even be doing it. I might even be worse than I thought. I might even be worse. So that's another thing is like you sometimes seeing the playback and seeing what you look like, you're like, I don't actually like the way I look today. Oh, that's not cute. That's not cute. On the flip side, sometimes you'll be like, man, I was killing it. I look good that day. That looks super nice. You know what? That was a good hair day. Sometimes I do look back and I'm like, oh, that was a good hair day. And other times I'm like, oh my gosh, I went out in public. Not only did I go out in public, but I posted that I looked like that in public for the world to see. And so as time goes on and you see your older stuff, you're like, oh my gosh, I was just chill with looking like a wild animal and posting it on the internet. And so you're just like, why? But you live and you learn to have a bit higher standards as time goes on. I've only recently come into a higher standard as far as how I look on camera, but like, man, oh man, I have had some rough days on this camera. I think that's all I'm going to talk about now because it's I don't want this to be longer than 10 minutes, but yeah. When you first start on social media, your voice is going to be a thing. Your voice is just going to be a thing, and you're just going to have to, the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be with how you sound. You just have to keep doing it, keep posting it. If you're not posting for other people, just post for yourself. Post for your own sanity, just to be comfortable in being who you are, and finally seeing on the playback, oh my gosh, that's me. So just keep doing it just to at least boost your confidence. If not for the attention of other people, you can at least do it to boost your confidence. You might not like the way you look, to be perfectly honest. Like I said, I believe I look better in a mirror than I look on camera. I don't know why, but I always be feeling myself more in a mirror, and then I look back at the playback and I'm like, I left the house like that. They let me leave the house like that. How dare they? But shame on me for doing that. But yeah, so sometimes you're not going to like the way you look. And sometimes it's a good thing because maybe you are like, you think you're all that, but you're not. Maybe you think you're putting in effort in your looks, but you're not. But you really do have a higher standard for yourself. But you never really realized that you really were looking rough around the edges in public. So it just depends on like what look you're actually going for, what vibe you actually want, or what type of look do you actually want to have to present to people, because you know what you want to look like to other people. It's not about them all the time. It's about like, how did you want to present yourself? Sometimes like you thought you looked better than you actually did. That's just the truth. And you're like, okay, I should fix that. And so it's just an opportunity to learn and grow and get better every time that you post. I am only recently realizing, wow, I was looking a hot mess for a lot of these videos. I have to get it together a lot more. So now I'm like, oh, look at this. Let me get some earrings on, Let me do my hair. Let me wear a bracelet now and then. Let me wear a nice jacket, a nice t-shirt. Let's just look okay. Let's look okay. Let's not look a hot mess. And then another thing is mouth noises. A lot of times, you're going to hear that. You're going to hear that. You're going to hear yourself breathe. You're going to hear, and then, and then I went to, and you're going to notice, and you're going to harp on every single, and that you have as you are speaking. And you're going to be so embarrassed initially. But like I said, it's going to take practice, but it's not just practice. You have to listen to the playback, because sometimes you're doing things that you don't even realize you're doing. So I have slowed down my speaking in this episode because it was brought to my attention that I speak too fast. I was still going pretty fast for most of it, but I've slowed down. Like right now, I've definitely slowed down to a pace that I think is a bit more appropriate for people to listen to. because otherwise usually I do this. I didn't even think that I spoke very fast, but this is what I've been doing. But I think it's because I'm excited, because I want to get everything out, and then I'm also not planning everything, and so I'm just like and ahs, and because that's why, so that my brain, my mouth are not connecting fast enough, and so like that's where a lot of the ums and ahs come into place. But if I slow it down, then you realize that you have more time to think about what you're about to say instead of just blurting it out and having everybody be like, what exactly are you saying to me? So that's what I learned today, is that I need to slow things down when I do these talks. So I hope you guys learned something today about what it's like when you first start on social media. This is just the first part of this. It's not a multi-part series, but randomly I'm going to pop in and be like, this is what it's really like to function on social media and have your life out there, out in the public. Not your entire life, but just to be forward facing, be front facing on social media. It takes a different type of person to do that. You're gonna have thicker skin, but I'll get into that in a later episode of this Learning with Denise. So once again, I am Denise Dennis D Nice, aka Denny in Virginia, aka the Doys, professional unprofessional voice actor. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. And I hope you learned something about starting on social media, about some of the insecurities that you might have when you first start. But it just takes practice, and you will soon just get over all those insecurities. So I hope this helps somebody out there, and I hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. So until next time, all I have to say is goodbye. Doodly doo 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 boop.